so now it's blue. So that's good. Let's talk about the truth around the TaylorMade Qi10 driver. We've got 4 heads. I've got 3 to test. So we've got the Max, we've got the standard Qi10. There's also a lightweight that you probably won't see many people test. Lots of the manufacturers do this. It makes me giggle. Oh, the lightweight one. We won't send that one out to anyone. It's always odd. And also a low speed model, new twist face, new carbon face, lots of tech. And we're also mentioning 10K in this one we've seen from Ping as well. Let's tell you the truth about the Qi10 from TaylorMade Golf. So first initial thoughts is the 3 heads do look different in the sense that where they follow the same logo in, colorways, patterns, and everything looks the same, the Max stands out here at the end as, well, looking maybe a little bit squished down, so flatter and squished back, giving it that appearance down by the ball like it is just frying panny, which will be nice for some people. The LS looks nice and small, and the standard, just the normal Qi10, looks really good. Maybe slightly more rounded off in the toe, here a little bit in the LS, but like they're close apart from the Max looks Max. These are transitions. I'm not wearing sunglasses. It is frozen on the ground, and I know I'm not out here just looking cool, man, with my Qis, man. Cool LS, man. And I like the look. I like the clean look. Obviously, we've gone blue face now in the carbon face. It's turned blue. Remember, it was red, so now it's blue. So that's good. So let's see what this LS feels like. I'm expecting that carbon sound, you know, that kind of very carbony sound stroke feel. Oh yeah, LS, just bullet flight. Maybe a little fade as I would expect from this club. Oh, yes please, Qi me. Like there's no surprises with that. That's exactly what I'd imagine it would sound like. I'm pleased it sounds like that and felt like that. The flight was what I would expect, which is great. And you can kind of rely on that on TaylorMade. They do what they say. Standard next. And what I mean by that is they say a lot. Like they say a lot of things that I wonder if they do that. But if you actually read the core of what they say, like they've always been up there and make great drivers. Like that's just not disputed, I don't think, by anyone. I like the standard, nice size. That little bit looking bigger than the LS, which will be friendly. Just not as friendly as the Max, in theory, is what they're saying. Again, that a little bit louder, I would argue, slightly higher pitched, but still carbony. Feels just, I think they feel really solid with this carbon-esque makeup. Then the Max. So the Max presents big. Like that is huge by the ball. I've always think this Max, and then them pushing, there's 10K in the measurements they're pushing, which we'll get to in the tech with this one. If that moves any needle, and Ping have done the same, if it moves any needle, why would anyone buy the standard? Like this one, if you believe in this, surely, apart from the looks, the Max kind of makes the standard one semi-pointless. Because I imagine, and we'll see on the numbers, that you can spec this up to perform the same for launch and spins and speeds as the standard. Can you not? So why would you give up? Like in the comments, what do you think? Like I always think, why Ping have done the same with their Max. Why would anyone buy their Max and not their 10K if you believe that moves any kind of needle? And let's just remember the measurement they're talking about is measured in the thousands. And if you actually want to do any research on it, there's interesting talk about MOI measurements in when they were bringing in the new laws of clubs that will make you realise that it doesn't kind of move any needle. But looks big down by the ball. I'm imagining it's going to feel the same. Definitely looks. You know, this one you'll be able to see that you've got it in your hand. Again, maybe a fraction more high-pitched on the sound, but feels good. They are 3 identical shots, like literally 3 identical drives. No surprises, which is a good thing. 3 TaylorMade heads there in Qi that look TaylorMade cool, definitely big in the Max. What do you think to the Max, to the standard? I get the LS, I like the way they're hiding that little weight a little bit in there as well, which we'll talk about in the tech. Sounding carbony, good, slightly going up in high pitch, fractionally through and possibly. Sounding and feeling very good. So similarities that we see across all models, we see the third iteration of the carbon twist face, trying to retain ball speeds on off-centre hits, which is going to be a theme for everyone going forwards. So ideas of rollback, you're going to learn so much that hopefully I've been telling you for years that these clubs are kind of a little bit stuck. But we're seeing that face in all of the products. So it's twist face, so for curvature on toe and heel strikes and high and low, and then it's the carbon as well, which is lighter than titanium, they're saying, which they can make different properties out of that face to max out ball speed. We see speed pocket at the bottom of the club, which is good for low hits, trying to keep that ball speed up. We also see the max, that's breaking through this 10K. Everyone's talking about MOI, which again is about resistance of twisting, trying to keep consistency and ball speeds up. So you're going to see that a lot more from all the manufacturers again, because we're now in the era, I think, of chasing miss hits even more, or trying to sell that back to the user. So the low spin model, we see a redesigned kind of weight. It's 18 grams steel sliding weight. It's kind of housed inside of the club a little bit for better aerodynamics. And the low spin, the LS, obviously we get lower MOIs and weights more forward in that one. We're in the 10K maxi thing, even though they don't call it 10K, but they shout about the 10K. That's another brand. That's deeper and stretched back, and it's going to give you more of a stable hit in theory when you're not hitting the center of the face. The standard Qi10 is kind of a sweet swap between, and then you've got the lighter one at the end. Changeable necks on all of them, and we've also got a wraparound carbon crown now. So we've got a crown that wraps around the top, saving weight, allowing them to distribute that weight where they need to in the individual models. So as always from TaylorMade, packed with ideas, stories, and technology. So at the point of recording this review, the Qi10 from TaylorMade is pitched around £499, UK pounds, and equivalent dollars. Price is coming up. So as you would imagine, these clubs are exactly where they should be. It's a top brand for drivers, popular, you know, well performing, always in the top performing clubs. So the price is where you would expect. Is that too cheap or too expensive? Well, we can go around in circles talking about that forever. Let me know in the comments. I think they're definitely up there, all the drivers at the moment, but that's what they are. That's what TaylorMade feel like they will sell some of these at. So I'm kind of in this place until you stop buying them. They're going to keep them up there. Numbers are solid as you would expect. I'm getting great ball speeds, averaging around 163, which in the cold that we're in at the minute is pretty good. The max is averaging 162 point something. The standard was in the 163 point something, and the LS was in the 163 ball speeds as well. So no real discrepancies between them. You might say 1 mile an hour, but I wouldn't. They standard deviations overlap. The spin models were as expected. So the LS was averaging around 2,100 revs. Standard 2.2, which is really good for me, and then the max I was around 2.3, but I know I could get that pretty much dialed into the exact same numbers, and I think those ball speeds would then just totally align as well. Like, I just didn't really see a difference between the three because they're so fit for me. The low spin, yeah, you get the more kind of total distances, but you get the drop-offs on those as well. I thought the numbers were just as expected from TaylorMade, super solid. Right, so the game for TaylorMade is going to be the max. So 10 my K, I am going to literally smash them on the 17th here at St Andrews, where you've got to hit a good drive. When I smash them, I've got the face marked up. We'll show you the strikes. My strike starts to dot around a little bit more if I go to my like top level, which I'd never really game with, but it just shows you the strikes varying and see if the 10K in any way can save me. What breaks first? The club or my back? Well, not bad, little out the bottom. You can see it turning, that is not hitting fairway. And it's very short and spinny. So 161 ball, which is a drop off for where I struck it, but possibly less. Oh, that was a bit toey and bottomy. You can see it really turning. It's going to hit fairway. Again, it's not performing that, like the ball speed's 159. So it's a low toe, a little bit too much loft delivered as well through just poor delivery, which then gives quite a lot of spin. That was a better strike. Still turning a lot. Didn't get the reading on that one, but we got more realistic numbers. don't know why, 163 ball. I'm quite drawy at the minute as well with swing thoughts that I'm feeling. So I wouldn't work too much of that shape in. I feel like I could fix that within a swing thought. Right, let's just up the speed a bit. Ah, we've lost a dot because I keep hitting the dot, not hitting it out of the middle. Oh, again, super toey. Good speeds, just not coming out of me. Right, I'm gonna try and hit one out of the middle. I'm still gonna try and bash it. No, it's still a bit toey, but you can see, I mean, I'm not hitting the middle of the face there, and it's doing what all drivers would do, which is come up short of ball speed, 158 ball, spins more. I think the 10K is a good story, and I say the same with Ping's 10K as well. Does it really make a difference if you buy into it? That's good for you. If you do buy in it, I don't see why you would ever game any other club. For me personally, I think it just looks quite big and friendly. I think my favourite would be the Standard. I just think it's just a good middle range one. It's a better shaping looking wise, and it's the one I would choose. If you want to find out what Callaway have got to say about their new driver, this video's got all the information you will need.